onto screens, and we are setting up for inside and outside demonstrations. Best to take my Wi-Fi off because I got to be outside today instead of that. Also, too, I'm going to have shipping information soon for customers. So we're just waiting for the rest of our supplies to get here so we can start our batches and get them ready, get you guys set up and good to go. So it is going to be a pretty interesting couple of days. So right now, getting some of the orders when they're getting ready. I want to get some orders done ahead of time. Have these already set up in the boxes with the packages. That way we don't have to worry about processing orders right away. We can have them already set up, ready to go. Put the labels on them, ship them out the door, and they're done, already pre-packed. So getting that set up ahead of time. Some other stuff we need to do for that. All right, so right now we are setting up the screen for inside. We're doing using our same projector reason here. I got to figure out where my other cord is at. So yeah. All right, so just to let you know, dressed for a fashion show. I am working today, as I always do, work. So we don't do the whole fashion show thing over here. We work over here. Just want to put that out there because some people don't understand. At the end of the day, you will get messy because you work. All right, so let me get set up. Get all this set up. I got the boots on. I got to find my keys. Where's my keys in anyway? We got to be outside to tighten the screen. All right, we got keys. We're going to have to go outside to tighten the screen up because I know that's definitely going to be loose. A crazy windstorm yesterday. We took one at a time, get that all taken care of, and then we set up for this minute. There's got to be outside too. I got another set of these speakers. Where do we want the speakers at? Speakers. Somebody came up. Oh, I know why I was here. Nah, it's fine. Put it on the stand. It'll be better that way. So we're gonna be outside today. Outside today to play. Yes, we are. We get outside and inside and outside to make that good weather. That's a big boy screen. Go up there and tighten that screen up. Alright, need you to stay in your window. You got your other window open up upstairs, so you're good to go. You got plenty of places to go and be at, right? Right. You're good. Alright. Let me get some juice for the machine. Back here. I like how this is going right here. It's kind of a bit rocky. I'm pretty sure she'll be okay. As long as he doesn't slam into it and break my stuff. But you usually don't have that problem on top. We have that stay away from stuff. That's good. Plus side about it. And we got a speaker here because this is an acoustic screen, so I would like to show the demonstration with sound coming through the back of the screen. Look at you, all curious boards already. Keep yourself out of control. Keep it out of trouble. Hey! I just tell you, keep it out of trouble. Just out there said that. The minute I started pulling that cable, I was like, oh, what's that? Go find out what that's over there. You need to be someplace else right now. Got the door open. You can play at. You don't need to be here. So we're going to get this organized. I have a long cord to this. I'll get a long cord because I don't want freaking Sherlock Holmes to be tripping over stuff in here and knocking stuff over. I'm good. And on the other hand, that's a whole other story. All right. Another cord downstairs in the basement, did we not? Don't have to get another cord. Nope. Hey, definitely worth the investments on this. That backdrop. Alright. Juice. I just got finished coming downstairs. Literally went from downstairs. I know I was missing something. Power cord. Yeah, power cord's upstairs, don't we? Yeah. think the weather is not, like I said, starting off in the day, the weather gets a little like, it's nice, but at nighttime it does get a little cooler. I want to get a chance to use that FH36 outside because I've been dying to use that machine. That machine does distance throw. See how far we can actually hit a screen. 40, 50, 60 feet. I'm curious. I want to see if we can pick up. I haven't had a chance to play with that thing yet. All right, let's go put some power on the projector. We got to go outside. We got to fix the tension on the screen outside because the wind hit it. It's a little loose. I got to go with bungee cords. But that's just a temporary setup because, like I said before, we're going to put a much bigger screen back there than a 150. And bigger than a 180, much bigger than that. We're going 200, 250 range. That's what I'm going for next year. I'm still trying to figure out how we can, I got a few buddies that are giving me some information on how to be able to show movie trailers without getting hit with copyright strikes. That's what I'm working on. You got to pay for that content. Or what are we going to do? They got to do, we're paying for something. Because I want to be able to show Pacific Rim on a 250-inch screen outside. Tell me that would not be cool. So right now we're just setting up the scaffold. This is the speaker. Just transfer the sound through. Let me see, that's all set up over there. We got the fire stick running right over there. That's good. Cat is sitting there gazing out the window at God knows what. Chances are probably birds. And right now, I'll show you that we're not using the same screen over and over again because anybody think that, hey, they're using the same screen. Nope. This was the customer's screen on top. We just tested. His is already done and finished. Putting his in the box. Getting it ready for tracking number. That demonstration yesterday, he was very pleased with it. So this is his right here. Put that right over there. And we're going to grab ourselves another one off the pile to test out. We got a 120-inch coming in tomorrow. We're going to be outside knocking out a 120-inch. Now, for those of you who are wondering what these are the pre-coated surfaces that we make that have that invisible technology, that invisible Black Widow. And as a screen, you don't have to basically paint. At the end of the day, if you're not a person that's into painting, you don't have to do all that. Just take the screen and hang it up on one of these right here. People ask me where I got these from. These little backdrops, stands. You get them on Amazon. They got them anywhere from $50 to $100 to $300, depending on how big you want to build your stand or how sturdy you want it to be. First one I got was pretty, like a little flimsy. It was nice. It still works and all at the end of the day, but this one's much more heavier. So this one actually handles a little bit more weight. But like I said, it's a fantastic. You take it apart. It's portable. It comes with a bag. Throw it in the bag and just hang your screen up when you're done. Got a portable theater system. And it's acoustic. There's some speakers in the back of it, and you're good. Oh, I forgot to add. It's rear projection technology, too. Now, only with ultra short. We can use a long throw, but if you want that piercing light nailing you in the face, it's up to you. But ultra short is the best way to go with it. All right. All right. Hey, Hoppy Scotch. Find someplace. I see you. I see you tracking. I know your attitude always in the day. See, I forgot to put my whatchamacallits in. This is very easy to put together. It's not hard to do. Very easy to assemble, take apart. Now what I want to do, instead of having a giant speaker up here, what I'm going to do is they got attachments for this thing where you can have little speakers, about 8-inch speakers that connect to a rail that come down and they connect here and they connect there. You can get those speakers to have this giant speaker. So it's kind of a bracket system. You hook up to your speakers and you can lock them here and here. You can put lights up there, whatever you want to do. You know, you want to do a karaoke setup or, you know what I mean, with music and all that stuff, with the projector behind it, do your singing, put it in front. I don't know how, I don't do karaoke. And you can have lights and all that stuff set up with the screen, which we're going to do a whole DJ display off of this because I have a few people that are interested in using the screens for DJ applications. Now, the biggest screen I can get on this unit right here is 150 inches. That's the biggest screen we'll go on here. It's 150. It's actually much, you can get much bigger than this. This will fit a 100 inch to 120. And if I put the third rail, it's 4 rails that go up to the top. We have 3 of them up there. It'll take a 150 inch screen. That's as big as you can go in here. If you want to go bigger than that, you can actually get another rail. All right, so we got this out real nicely. How nice is there? Oh, it's nice there. Plants. Just had a whole bunch of plants. I gotta bring the plants over upstairs. What's the point of me carrying plants upstairs for what? If I leave everything downstairs, I get my hands on it. Gee whiz. My plants. My heavy duty. Taco, don't do anything stupid because I'm hearing dumb stuff upstairs. I know I can hear from upstairs on what room you're in, and you're definitely not in the right room. Alright, so I found two of my heavies. I think I got a couple upstairs. I gotta go get. So it come with clamps, but the clamps that come with them, I mean, if you're doing, no, they suck. You got just buy heavy clamps. The heavy clamps you can get them over for like $8. I think you get 12 of these over on Amazon. Just buy the heavy clamps because the lighter clamps they got, they're cheap. I put them on there, and these tips right here will pop off from time to time. So yeah, you want to go with the heavy duty clamps. They're like $7, $8. It's definitely worth it. Or like I said, if you don't want to be, if you're going to have a screen that is not going to be stationary, and you're going to be basically pulling out zip ties left and right, just go with the Velcro zip ties. Much better. All right, I'm gonna hang my screen up. Actually, no, not mine, sorry, customer. I'm getting one for myself. I just ordered me 128 for myself. We're doing demonstrations outside. Because like I said, I like this whole portable setup. I had to find my bag too. Oh, the bag's downstairs. The bag is downstairs. All right, so let's get this sized up. So I need 3 clamps for this, but we got another one around here now, so we'll find that one. So let's see what we got going on here. All right, this is perfect. Now, the reason why I'm doing this demonstration again because I had a lot of fun with it yesterday. We got a lot of cool response. People liked it. Look at those. That's good. Need a tank for the middle. I should have one upstairs. There. Let me go ahead and check my room. I should have one up there. You, Joker, keep it out of trouble. Joker. Right. Another one here. All right. That's finished right there. Juice the machine, if you do, all powered up. We're still using the same projector. I like to use the Christie projector with the Eagle mode settings and all that good stuff. Now I always strain the screen all the way up, but like I said, I gotta get back and forth. Well, are the lights on outside or outside? They're off. Come on, Joker, inside. Come on, because you're chilling my house off. Come on. Come on, man. You got... Today. Thank you. Oh, goodness. We don't pay for electric bills around here or utilities, do we? Move out of the way of the doorway. You're going to sit there and look at me like, what are we doing? No, you're getting out of the doorway. That's what you're doing. All right, let's bring it down a little bit. Size. Oh, maybe we do. Bring it down over there. Bring it over. Well, we can bring it over. Here we go. Now these projectors I forgot to add. The ones for $109. The ones I get over here, the Christie's. Like I said, the most you're gonna pay for them is around $250. They come with lens shift, which means you can basically direct your screen where you want it to go to. All right. There we go. I think on this side, because it's nice here. We got that curve in there. I might put some string here for that side. This I'm not worried about. I might be the last one of these. This is a nice little setup for outside, because we're going to do one of these outside. We don't have any band today, so I might be outside today. Sandbagging these things is really easy. Pretty much all you got to do is just get yourself a couple bags, some sand from Home Depot or Lowe's. Put some twist ties on the top, lock them in, make sure you get a nice piece of rope around it, and just drape them right along here and here, and it's not going anywhere. We'll do some demonstrations on that. And then when you take your screens in, I would suggest using the Velcro zip ties, because if this is the screen you're going to be taking down over and over again, you want to make sure you don't have to keep cutting the Velcro on the zip ties. Just unzip, you're done. That's basically about it. They got the long ones too, so basically you can customize them doing how you want them done. You're customizing the strips. And the stand, like I said, stand's probably going to cost you, if you want to get a heavy duty, I would go with a heavy duty. That would cost you about like 90 bucks, 80, 90 bucks. It's worth the investment because it's all portable. Screen technology we have here, and then basically if you want to put the speakers in, easy, get wireless Bluetooth. They can actually connect on the rails and they can hang down right in the back of the screen. Nice little setup. Pack it all up, put it away, take it where you want to go, all portable. So we got the dustbin grounded, so you're good to go. Now if I'm tight, it's too tight. This needs over a little bit next time. Still kind of that little wrinkle right there a little bit. We keep curious George at bed. That's all. Now let's get something going on this. And of course, I'm about to say, that grabs great. I hate that. I don't know if I grabbed the wrong remote control or what, because sometimes the reaction is a little slow. I'm not hearing any sound here. Yeah, the wrong output. Oh, the volume could be down too low. Let's see what we got going on here. that sounds in the back. I'll just show you how much light is passing through. Lights in the background. My lights are on in the next room. You can see they're on. Lights passing right through the screen. So if you're curious about the settings on the projector, there's my settings right here. You can see them for yourself. You got a brightness on 9, as you can see, and we're in whisper mode. Which means the projector is sitting in eco mode right now at only 9%, which means we are way below factory settings. Factory settings depending on your projector. If your projector goes with the brightness of 80, it'll be basically 40. Everything is split right down the middle. What are you doing? Oh! Now I dare not put fish on because this is temptation for him. So I'll put something on here. You can run. Stay away from it. Taco. Away from the stand. You're not supposed to be over. You know that already, buddy boy. Sir, get all upstairs to yourself. Go upstairs, son. Go. Get in trouble. Get in trouble. Go upstairs. Means you're down here getting in trouble. Taco likes to mess with all this back, these wires and stuff. Likes to pull on them. Which I don't need the projector coming down on him because it will hurt him pretty bad. And I don't need him damaging my equipment. He had 9 lives, but apparently cashed in 2 of those when he decided when he first moved here to jump off 11-foot balcony into a backyard. Which I still don't know why he even did that, which is weird. And he wasn't scared. He came in the house, he walked around, let him walk through the entire house. One thing when an animal comes into your house, one thing I don't do, I don't direct him where they can go. He walked all and he has to know the environment. He has to know he's safe. He has to know he's comfortable. He came in like he owned the place. Came in, sat down, ate the whole 9 yards. He just didn't have no fear. He just came out on the balcony and boop, jumped off, came around the back of the house, meowed until he got back into the house. I was like, you're a weird animal. And then what I did was, first day I got him, I left the door open. I let him go 3 times in a row. So to make sure it wasn't somebody else's cat I was taking at the end of the day, but they declared it. People in the neighborhood said, no, he's been in the neighborhood for a while. No one to take him in. So, he's here. Ain't that right, Taco? Yeah, I hear you. Got a much for the life, don't you? Just sitting there and just relaxing now on his rug. Camouflage, it's your camouflage rug. Yep, nobody want to take them in. I said, no problem, you can live with me. Killed the first 3 mice, didn't you? Yep. All right, we're gonna have to drop outside because we gotta go tighten up the frame outside. I ain't worried about him. He's good. He don't, like I said, good cat. He don't really destroy anything. He's curious, but he don't destroy anything. All right, Taco Bell. I'm gonna leave the door open for you, okay? So you can go stare out there because I know you're looking for your friends. Pretty sure they don't eat by. They're pretty big cats anyway, so somebody's feeding them. They're not starving. There's 2 big cats that come to the house. These things are freaking huge. They're definitely his mother and father, definitely. So I feed them. I put food out there and water for him to eat. And he goes up there, he looks for them. They come to the door. That's basically about it. So that's where he sits at that door waiting for them when they come in. They belong to somebody because somebody's feeding them because they're big, big cats. They're not missing any meals. And they don't eat a lot. When I put food out there, they leave food left over, so they're not missing any meals. Somebody's feeding them. Oh, we got the door open too. So I'm going to explain to you about the whole door theory on how when you have a screen, you have to have it in line with the actual door. Not where the screen is when you're sitting in the back somewhere and the door. No, you don't do those demonstrations. See? Direct contact with the door, direct contact with the window. This is how it's supposed to be. That's how light works, not turning corners and all that other nonsense. All right, I'm going to let that run, and I'm going upstairs. Well, outside, we'll be outside right now. So we got light here, we got light here, and we got light there, and we have light hitting the screen. And we got to go pop outside, and we got to tighten some things up. So since we're not going to be in here for this demonstration, I can just shut these off. They don't need to be on while I'm running downstairs. All right, Taco Band, Senior Taco. Relax, enjoy your day. I gotta go outside, I gotta tighten the screen. If you need anything, just wow. Right now we're going outside. I gotta clean that popcorn machine. I haven't used the popcorn machine since I got it. Don't really use it. I bought that thing I bought it. Turned out to be a decoration, but I do want to get rid of it. I'm thinking about giving it to a friend of mine. They just bought a house. And I am going to put I will be putting a movie theater in their home. They want a movie theater in their home. So I think I'm going to get the popcorn. They got like 4 kids. They'll get a kick out of that thing. They'll use it more than what I'm doing with it. They're sitting there collecting dust over here, and I don't plan to use it. Never, ever plan to use it. So I'm here instead, because I'm not using that at all. What's the point? Like I said, at the end of the day, what's the point of having it here to begin with? Got 4 kids that utilize the daylights out of it. They can have popcorn, watch movies. They can have more of enjoyment out of it. And us just sitting here, just collecting dust. Which I need to clean this thing off. Never used to when I got it. You know why? I don't feel like cleaning it. I really don't. I don't. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't feel like cleaning it. Like, I'll pop this machine. I got to go inside. I got to clean it. They got a family, they'll clean the machine. They'll have no problem. They'll keep it up real nice. But me, I don't feel like cleaning it. I'm going to put something else here instead. I don't know what I'm going to put here. Now, candy machine, yeah, I'll definitely utilize daylights out of that. Or maybe something like a candy machine or a soda machine. I don't know. I might put something really cool. I don't know what I want to put here, but I don't want that there anymore. Because I'll never use it. It's just sitting there in the corner collecting dust, and they could definitely have it. All right, let me see. We got keys on us. We got the drill on it. Drill's downstairs. Yeah, we got everything on us. Okay, we're good. We got scissors on it. We have scissors? No, we have everything downstairs too. Okay, cool. All right, let's go check out the screen. So the screen was downstairs. Rain, sleet, snow, all that other good stuff. And went through a couple really bad windstorms down there. And that screen took a beating. So we're going to go outside and have a look. Down here yesterday doing gaming on that on the big screen. Me, Mr. Bird getting dizzy like it's too big of a screen. And we're outside. God, the weather is good. I like this weather. Man, I can't wait for the summertime. I cannot wait. We start building the monsters out here. We'll be out here when the other screens will be inside. Yeah, that's where they'll be at. The gray screens will be inside. We'll be out here playing and having a ball. I'm gonna get myself a new patio chair too. Something I can have some cool drinks when I'm outside. I can see some people get offended over that. We know we got naysayers that come here and watch because they drop other room. The minute I say outside, gray screens can't go. They get offended. Well, it's true. I mean, come on, don't get mad over it. It's actually true. If it wasn't, I would have seen a screen by now. outside right around the same time we do it. I'd have seen something. The only thing I see out there is basically a bunch of pretty colors. Big deal. Any gray screen can do that. I got gray paint in the house that can do the exact same thing. But what's the difference? There you go. When people are showing me gray screens, like, look, what mine shows. Yeah, big deal. I got Sherwin-Williams sitting on the floor, $23 a gallon. It'll do the exact same thing your screen will do. So what's the difference? If you come in here and you show me a screen that produces a star fill, a contrast level, something that can of paint can't do on the floor, then I'm impressed. Other than that, no, I'm not impressed. But yet, I can show you a black screen that we got nothing in the house and the video demonstrations to back it up that can't match it. And at the end of the day, I can show you a snowstorm outside in the middle of a snowstorm on a black screen. That's impressive. And I haven't seen a black screen do that one yet because we looked for it. We couldn't find one to match our demonstration. So, yeah, nothing impressive. All right, we got to strain this up. It's taking a beating, boy. Look, it's got mud splashed on the screen. Look at it. Look at the damage, the mud. Mud splashed all over the screen. Oh, so it doesn't if I had grass there anyway. Because before we had this huge bald spot right here, and the wind would come up and splash mud and everything bam, all over the screen. I think we got to go grass in here. Now we got the grass in here, and it doesn't make a difference. It's still going to get splattered. Who cares? Just wash it off. See, got a rip here. Got a rip there. That came from when I had the screen stitched in the middle with two screens. When the wind hit it, ripped the screen a little bit, but it doesn't make a difference. You want to know how you fix that, people? Take some black duct tape, put on the back of it, and you take our paint and run over top of it. Whoop, done, fixed job. Shot juice. One time, I don't have screws on me. I don't have screws. I really always have screws in my pocket for something. Just don't have screws on me. I always have screws. What? Okay, so this is gonna have to be strung up. It's a little off. Having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. There you go. Get angry, go, no, it's not fair. You're being mean. Pretty sure we charged batteries, but we gotta change it up batteries. I'm pretty sure I charged them. I'm always charging them. Let me get another battery. And there did. Over here we got, this is the 2-quart 250. That's what we call it, the 2-quart 250. You know what that's about. That's what we try to paint 2 quarts into a 250-inch screen. That's too well, did it? I know somebody like, but that's wrong to say. No, it is what it is. Come on, if you're gonna put stuff on your website at the end of the day, you better be able to back it up. Because if you can't back it up, anybody's gonna come out there and do that. Anybody, ain't gotta be me. Anybody's gonna test that theory. We all know it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, period. I mean, people won't even use the theory for 2 quarts for a bathroom. You look at a bathroom, like, oh, about a gallon. Everybody says about a gallon, about a gallon. I was gonna say 2 quarts for two. Never mind, leave that one alone. I just can't believe it. We call it Wally Coyote math. That's pretty much what it is. Wally Coyote math. And you know what's interesting about that too, Wally Coyote math, is that the fact that how are you going to develop new product when you don't even know how much product it takes to paint a screen at the end of the day? That's pretty sad. You say, what, that's wrong? No, it's not wrong to say. You should know exactly how much paint it takes to paint in a 300-inch screen. Not alone a 180. This is 150 inches. What, 48 ounces will knock this out? 2 quarts will knock this out? But it depends on what kind of coverage you got. Everybody's going to have the same coverage at the end of the day. Some people may have more, some people have less. So you really can't say that until you actually do it. Yeah, we know somebody posted 48 ounces for 120 inch. There's no way in the world paint you're going to have left over from 48 ounces into a 120 inch screen. That's a lot of paint left over. Mind you, it'll knock out 48s, knock out 150s and 160s over here. You still don't have too much paint left over. So pretty much you have gave your customer too much product and lost money while doing it. Y'all gotta paint these screens out first for making these accusations. These accusations, y'all can't back it up. So for those of you who don't know, and what I'm explaining to you is that, because some people come in, they don't understand what I'm talking about. We have individuals that pretty much post things on their website that they don't know what they're talking about. And one of the statements that were made on one of the websites, which I thought was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, is that claiming that you can put in 2 quarts for a 300-inch screen, which is the most, I'm sorry, I hate to call somebody dumb, but that is dumb. That's extremely dumb. So my screen and downstairs in my basement is 180, about 180 inches, about 180. That screen right there takes a gallon to knock out. So if you had experience with a 180-inch screen, you would have known right from the door that screen takes 1 gallon to complete. So if it takes 1 gallon to complete a 180-inch screen, it sure enough takes more than that to complete a 250 or 300. So if they don't even know that, that's simple. If you don't even know, that's something that's very simple. If you don't know that, then you don't know anything about paint at the end of the day. Because that's a noob mistake. That is a noob mistake. Noobs do that. That's a noob mistake. That's something a noob would do. But not somebody who's been painting screens for a while. And then instead of going in and basically correcting the problem, they go and they add freaking Wile E. Coyote math to it, where they say that 3 100-inch screens will equal up to a physical 300-inch screen. That's why I laugh about that every time I come here and I see that surface right there, because we did it. We did 2 quarts inside on a 250. Didn't even cover. Not even close. Not even close. Usually when you're doing screens at 150 inches, 150-inch screen, you could coat that one time. But when you start reaching 180s and stuff, you got to hit those screens twice, because there's a good chance you could have missed a spot. That's a big screen to cover. So we advise you, when you do screens that size, go over it twice, just in case. There's no way you're going to run anything twice with 2 quarts. It's not going to happen. My bedroom upstairs doesn't even take 2 quarts. So you couldn't figure that out. That shows you right there you have no experience. And that's a very simple mistake. I mean, it's a mistake that shouldn't have been made. On top of that, consider the fact that, and I'm not trying to be rude here, the tons of misspellings, run off on sentences, capitals, and all that stuff. People will go look at your site. Like right now, our site right now that's on a different form sites, they're going through my site, looking through my site. It has to look, again, presentable. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, and they can see that basically your literature and all that stuff, everything is not up to par. Your grammar, all that's not to par. Even I make mistakes, but I have going with spelling checker and going in and check over my stuff, which I'm going back over again today. I'm going back in the site again, doing another spell check over everything, make sure everything is legit. But man, they see stuff on there like that, they're not going to buy from you because they're going to think at the end of the day that you're not intelligent enough to run a company or a business or whatever you may be running over there. They're not going to take you serious at the end of the day. And again, like I said, they can't go over there with those gray screen paint products. Not on that site. You see the one guy said theater room he had set up in there? Those people got money over there. You said setup he had in there with that gray screen? Yeah. You can't walk over there with that gray paint. They got the same thing you got over there. Most of the people, like I said, made their own products. So they're going to ask you, what's the difference between your product? Why should I buy yours when I can make my own over here? Can you show me a difference? And if you're going to talk about quality and show off your projector, they're looking like, yeah, please, I got that in my kid's room. I haven't seen a P2 over there yet. I haven't seen one yet. Not one yet. Not saying it's not a good projector. It's a good projector, but in that area, no, I haven't seen one yet. So now the reason why people might say, well, you use old projectors. Yeah, I use old projectors. But in my demonstrations, my projectors don't cost $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, or 30 grand. So the fact that I'm producing an image on a screen that they don't even own, don't even have, don't understand, and are blown away from it, and I can do that on a projector that costs 20 times less than theirs, is a huge statement at the end of the day. Because my image looks better than theirs. That one guy's screen was completely washed out. I can produce that in the floor. I can produce that outside if I wanted to. Yep. So they're not impressed by that. All that stuff. On top of that, you got people in there that have everyday setups. Some people have some nice setups in there, but it just shows them at the end of the day that they don't have to spend all that money like the big dogs are spending in there. They can get a nice little setup, set it up, and have an amazing image. Like I said, with all that technology they have in projectors, doesn't make a difference. They got amazing machines. They're just not going to see the machine's full potential because, again, displaying against the wrong screen. And you know, people, when they have these other individuals understand, when people have these dedicated room setups, they spend money for the artwork, designs, movie stuff, all decorations. They want to show it off when they go into a forum site. They want to be to turn on their projector, show off the screen, and show off all the stuff they had. That's why that guy was going to show off his seating, paid all his money for seatings and lights and posters and all that stuff. They want to show that stuff off, even if they have an area designed to be in the dark. But the minute they turn on the projector, the screen looks like crap. Then they see me coming in there with that wallpaper screen, and I got all my lights on. I can show everything off in the environment, and they're blown away by it. Yep. Not even a person in a dedicated theater room wants to be in the dark all the time. Sometimes they entertain in those dedicated theater rooms with lights on. So we're going to be tightening up this one on this side. Now, for those you're asking us about inflatable screens, I'm going to tell you about inflatable screens. Inflatable screens, if you don't know what you're doing, you could wreck the screen, destroy it. Inflatable screens are extremely, the surface is temperamental. You can't be going there slapping any kind of paint on top of it. It has to be a certain kind of coating that has to hit that screen. Because if it's not, what's going to happen is that screen is made out of a PVC surface. I'm talking about the PVC surface, not the kind of PVC surface you have on a motorized projection screen, the ones you have on a fixed frame screen. A little more softer, more flexible. And that surface right there will peel, will crack, and will separate with no problem. When the heat hits the back of that screen, it's going to basically cause a moisture in between the paint and between the PVC, and it's going to lift. I know that from experience. So you have to have a special formula to be able to hit that screen. The screens that have the front and rear, completely unusable. Because the fact that, like I said, I had a screen that was front and rear, and the problem I had with that is once we put the coating on it, I mean, it went on quite well, but the problem was once we got outside, from the light hitting the back of the screen, it completely washed the screen out. So I couldn't figure out why I was working inside, but it didn't work outside. So I took a piece of cardboard, put it on the back of it to block from the light coming through, and then realized that when the screens are transparent like that, they have issues. You can't use that either. So that doesn't work. They only showed it with the cardboard, it wouldn't show it without the cardboard. So that became a problem. So the only ones we use are the ones with the black backings on the back of them. But it has to be a certain kind of PVC. It can't be that everyday PVC because that stuff will not work at all. You'll have some problems at the end of the day. So I sat there and made that statement about, people think, oh, you make that statement because, no, why would I be jealous? I couldn't care less. Why would I be jealous? No, I made that statement because he would end up getting sued at the end of the day. I try to help, even when people are going to be disrespectful to me at the end of the day, I do try to help them out a little bit. I've been selling products way before him. And I know from first-hand experience, I've wrecked a couple of screens, find out the hard way. So when I tell you at the end of the day that this is a surface you do not want to paint, they are very temperamental and you'll have problems. Trust me, I'm telling you, I know. Just like I know how much paint it goes into painting the screen. So you're talking about a screen that constantly has to be deflated and reflated. Deflated, and this screen's going to take a lot of punishment at the end of the day. So, you know, you don't want somebody taking a screen of that caliber, folding it up, come outside and unfold it, and it's sticking together, because then you're going to have that problem too. You're going to have moisture on top of moisture, and that could fuse together, and you go to pull it apart, you can have paint, you could rip the screen, you can damage it, and you're going to have to pay for this. You're going to pay for the screen. And a screen of that size is not going to cost you 140 bucks. It's not going to cost you 150 bucks. It's going to cost you a couple $1,000s, and a lot of thousands of dollars on top of that. Like I said, people learn from doing dumb mistakes. That's the only way some people can learn. And I doubt that screen was ever being painted anyway. You know why? You seen the size of that screen? Do you really think he would know how much paint would actually go into paint a screen that size? He doesn't even know how much would goes into paint a 300-inch screen. That tells you right there. If you can't figure out how much paint it takes to do a 300-inch screen, how would you even know how much paint it would take to paint that thing? That thing was way bigger than 300 inches. That had to be like 500, maybe 6, 8. That was a big screen. So how would you even know how much paint it would take to go into it if you can't figure out exactly what goes into a 300-inch screen? That tells you right there. You have no experience in large screens. So for those you know I'm talking about here, this is what we call 2-quart 250. That's the nickname we gave it. I'm going to show you something. 2-quart 250. And it doesn't take a professional painter to read that statement and say, oh, no, anybody would figure that out. 250. So my screen here is around 250 inches. That's 150 inch. This is how much paint 2 quarts will cover at 250 inches, not 300, 250. We don't even have the screen stretched out. This is all you're going to get to. Still haven't had enough for the borders right here. Couldn't cover the corners here correctly. And still, this is going to require another coat. Because you're going to have areas like this that are not going to coat correctly. So you still have all of this to paint. So roughly how much would it take? I say about 3 gallons. Just to be sure. You're going to have a little bit left over, but better safe than sorry. You'll have enough left over to pretty much to go in and go do another job over top of it, and a little bit more left over just in case if a bird craps on your screen or somebody jacks it up, you can just go over and paint over top of it. Now, I'll tell you about something real quick when it comes to that whole system of 4-coat applications. This is what I brought up in a demonstration. When I said about in a demonstration one time, I said that if it takes 4 applications to paint a screen, what happens if somebody comes in and at a party or whatever, they're eating whatever, people do this and touch your screen, and you got this catch-up mark, or kids wipe their hands on stuff, or you know, somebody basically goes in and marks your screen. How do you fix that? Because apparently on how the screen's painted in that demonstration, you can't have it laying flat. It's going to lay on the ground. So you can take all this down, mind you, this size, take all this down, lay this flat like I have it right now, show you how difficult this is going to be, and you're going to have to repair that spot with whatever happened. Now, see, if a bird craps on that, we just take paint, go, we're done, that's it. You know, but a 4-coat application means you're going to have to go through the same application it took in order to paint the original screen. So if it took 4 applications to paint the screen, you're going to need an additional 4 applications to repair the screen. People don't think when they do stuff. But wouldn't that make the screen uneven? Because the screen requires to set 2 to 3, and you know what I'm talking about, to be even. Then that means on one section of the screen, you're going to have 8 applications, and the rest are just going to have 4, which means you'll have to paint the entire screen all over again. But he'll never paint a screen this size because he can't, because his quarts don't go up that high. He does 48s, which means he's limited to how big a screen he can paint. Now, a 48 will do a 160-inch screen, but he has down at 120. So his measurements are way off. And this is what you call people who are professionals at the end of the day, that don't know their numbers. One is telling you that it takes 2 quarts to paint a 300-inch screen, and we could even get a 250 out of that. And the other one is telling you that he has a 4-coat application at a 48 ounce that paints up to 150 to 160, but he has it down at 120. Doesn't even know how much paint the 48 paints at the end of the day. And at that, like I said, if you damage the screen or something happens to it, how are you going to repair it? Even at 120, how are you going to repair it? You're going to do the same 4-coat process on top of that. If you only need to do 1 and that's it, and the screen's repaired, why would you do 4 to begin with? Yeah. Did not think things thoroughly through. And you're talking about 120 and the 48. No, you're giving your customers way too much paint. You're basically losing money, because they're going to be to paint 160 out of the screen you just described that they can do 120 out of, because you don't know exactly how much paint a 48 can do. It's basically just explaining. Now, for those of you who get offended by us, upset by this, I don't care, and I'll tell you why, because I never called them idiots and stupid, and at the end of the day, I'm just explaining to you. But if this offends you, bye-bye. Because I don't have time. If I'm sitting here explaining to you, I'm teaching people exactly what you need to look for. I'm talking about customers and stuff, they know already, but we get people who get offended very easily and get upset and get angry. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. It's real math. That's how math works. You add it up, and you keep going until you get the correct equation of what it's supposed to be. You should know, if you're selling a product, what you're selling and how it takes in order to basically apply this to a surface. This is something you should, if you don't know this already, don't sell screen paint. You should know this. There's no way in the world you should give somebody misinformation. Now imagine if I'm a customer, and I should know better. Anybody should know better. Anybody who buys in that 2-quart nonsense, you should definitely know better. But imagine if I had a big event coming up, had everything set up outside, we're going to be having the party the same day, and I paint the screen and I come up to this. There's no way in the world that paint is going to get shipped over here in time to finish the screen. So what do? I rented a band, I rented caterers, I got a projector set up for the screen, I even got a whole freaking what do you call it, the grommet set up to set the screen up, the frame, the accommodate side of the screen. I paid for a crew to come and do the work for me. So what do I do? Okay then, there you go. So you have to make sure your measurements are right. And using Wile E. Coyote math does not work. And if you're telling people that your screen requires an optimization system with multiple layers of paint, then what happens if your screen gets damaged outside? Or if you said you can use it outside, so it's going to take some damage. My screen's got mud splattered all over the side of it, so it's going to take some damage. So what happens if the screen gets damaged, or you have to do a prepare job, or a bird craps on the side of your screen? That's not something you're going to be washing off with a garden hose, and I doubt you want to go against it with a power hose in the day, because you will damage your screen. So you're going to have to paint over that. So with that being said, what are you going to do? You're going to go through the same process of putting a 4 application on that, or you're going to put 1. If you put 1 and it works, why would you bother putting 4 to begin with? Waste of time. And then keep in mind, you can't paint the screen while it's laying flat. It has to be laying up against the surface. It has to lay flat. Whew, good luck with that one. .252 coat. Put you right over there. We're doing that. I think I left my drill over there too. .252 coat. Yeah, it took 2 coats to paint that one too. Two quarts to paint 180 inch. There's another 180 right there. See the size of that screen right there. That's a 180 inch screen. 180 inches. There's no way in the world 2 quarts want to paint that. But it could be possible. No, it's not possible. To the size of that screen, there's no way in the world. Yes, you need to leave the gray screen paint and join the dark side. All right, let me see. So we're set up for outside. Got a chance to go check out .252 quart. That's what we named the screen. See all my light coming in. Boom, hit my screen. Boom, hit my screen. We don't have the overheads on either. So, yeah, we're pretty much done. I got that done faster than I thought. Got me set up in here for demonstrations. He's angry. And then we got to be outside later on today to do the demonstration on the big screen. And I might go out here and take my other screen I got hanging up. I might hook that up outside too and do a demonstration on the deck. I haven't on the deck in a while, so we're going to do that too also. All right, well, I'm done. But like I said, for those of you who get offended by that, look, it is what it is. And if you're going to be in this business, you're going to be selling product to people, you have to be to back your demonstrations up at the end of the day. You're going to have to test your products against other products. You can't skip demonstrations. You can't cut corners. Can't rely on crutch projectors and crutch environments. You know, you can't be doing that nonsense in the day because customers looking at that and they're thinking they're actually getting the real deal and you're faking the whole demonstration. You can't do that. And one thing, you cannot put false information on your website. Because again, you're misleading your customers, and there's no way in the world, on any planet, any universe, or alternate universe, that you will ever get two quarts to go into a 300-inch screen. It's never going to happen. So if anyone has that information on their website and they're doing what they call Wile E. Coyote math, hey, they don't know what they're talking about at the end of the day. All right, well, gotta go. God bless.